is inspired by my lack of nails. I just recently got home from a family vacation. We went on a 9-day trip, and I had my nails done for the trip. But then when my nails came off, I kind of wanted to give my nails a break. I honestly have been giving my nails more of a break this summer than I normally would, just because I didn't really have any big summer plans other than this family trip, and my nails are kind of damaged from many months of doing gel nails, so I wanted to keep them short and just use regular old nail polish for a little bit. We will see how long I actually let my nails go without the gel, but I've also just been using press-ons a lot more recently, and I think that that has been beneficial to my natural nails. All of that to say, I was doing some different triggers on items that I had, and I was like, some of these items I think sound better, or they sound just as good with no nails or just very short nails as they would with fake nails on. So I wanted to find a couple of triggers that I thought would be nice to do with no fake nails on. Just kind of a throwback to what ASMR was when I first started watching. People didn't have super long acrylic nails. It was just more of the natural nails. So a little bit of a throwback, and we can just experiment with a few items that I found that I thought might sound good with my natural short nails. The first item that inspired me to do this video is this new trigger board that I made. I'm not sure how loud it's going to be. This trigger board is made of these kind of rubber textured beads. I got these beads at the Dollar Tree, and I cut them in half with an X-Acto knife, and I don't know why I thought it would make more noise than it does. It's very gentle, but I was kind of gripping the trigger board, and I thought that it sounded nice anyway. I always see creators like Lullaby Leah put different items on top of their microphone, and I'm not sure if this is going to sound very good. I'm still learning how to use the Blue Yeti and figure out what settings work best. And I think it's just confusing when you first start using it because it does not sound the same in the headphones as it does when I go to edit my videos. So it's just a lot of learning curves, but I am having fun with it nonetheless. to show you guys. I got this bookmark during my trip that I went on, and I think that the thick paper sounds really nice when you just tap on it with your fingertips, and even with the nails. It also has this fun little tassel. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that. We can do some almost touching on this bookmark. Some almost touching, and just trace the edges of the bookmark. Just trace the rectangle of the bookmark, and we can almost touch the mountainscape in the photograph. The other side of this bookmark also has a photo. It looks like a storm cloud. I'm not exactly sure if it's a storm cloud or like a sunset. It's very beautiful though. Very beautiful, very beautiful, very beautiful. It's just such a lovely sound, I think. I feel like sometimes with long nails it can just be too harsh, and when you just use your fingertips or short nails, it creates more of that raindrop sound. So I'm hoping that we can get a little bit more of that delicate tapping sound on this book, this hardback book. This is a Reader's Digest condensed book. I have a handful of these books on my bookshelf as decorative books. I don't actually read them. I've never read this book, but I think that it is beautiful. The cover is just a marble design. is an eyeshadow palette from the ColourPop Toy Story collection. A trigger that I really enjoy watching when people don't have nails is when they just trace items or trace the eyeshadows in the palette. Even though you might not really hear anything from this, I think it can be very soothing to be able to focus on one exact thing. It's almost like you're being directed on what to focus on, what to focus on, and I think that that can be very relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. This one matches my nail color. Let me know if you also think that tracing items like an eyeshadow palette, or some people will do it with a remote that goes to a colored light. I've seen people trace book titles, different things like that. I just think that can be very, very relaxing. It's more of a visual trigger, but I feel like I don't do enough visual triggers, so I would love to know if you guys like them as well. I won't spend too much time on this one because I feel like it is a little bit quieter. That sounded weird the way that I said it, but it is more of a quiet trigger. Now, this one, I thought that I should add while I was at work today. I was sitting at my desk drinking some water. This is your reminder to drink some water. Drink some water. And while I was drinking my water at work today, I did a little bit of tapping. And I thought, that sounds pretty good. I am not a fan of metal sounds. I don't like when people scratch on a microphone without a mic cover. It's just too harsh for me. I've never really found a metal trigger that I like. But without nails on, this sounded nice to me. I just think we all need many reminders to stay hydrated, especially during the summertime. I don't know what the weather is like where you live, but where I live, it has been hot. I am not a fan of the heat, and it has has been like 95 or higher every day. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. So, drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. This next trigger was not meant to be a trigger on its own. This is a small piece of wood that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I was planning to make this into a trigger board, but I have not yet decided what I want to put on this. It is quite a bit larger than the coasters that I've been using. Most of my trigger boards are this shape and size. So I got this one, and I don't want to just put anything on it. I want to make sure that it is good quality and that I really like whatever I put on it. So I've been waiting to find the right items to put on this board. But then when I was trying to figure out what items I wanted to use in this video, I did a little bit of tapping on this, and I thought it sounded really, 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 really nice. So, in the meantime, while I'm figuring out what I should put on this to make it into an actual trigger board, it will just be a piece of wood that we tap on. If you have any ideas of what I should put on this, please let me know. I could do rhinestones, but I feel like I have a lot of rhinestoned trigger boards, or just triggers in general. I could do hot glue gun lines. Hot glue gun lines. I could do charms. Beads. I don't know. What should I do? I don't know if the sides will sound different. They look a little bit different. This one has some lines throughout. Before I move on to the last two triggers that I have, I kind of have a bonus trigger because I wanted to apply some lotion to have more of the sticky texture to my hands when I do the last two triggers. So I have this Josie Marin whipped argan oil body butter, and it is the tangerine scent. But I think that the packaging for this also sounds really nice without nails. I'm not a huge fan Okay, I wanted to add just a little bit, but I ended up adding way too much, and I had to blend it in, not blend it in, I had to rub it into my arms. But now we have some sticky sounds that we can use for our last two items. The first one is a bottle of hair oil. I have been loving this product. This is the OGX Renewing Plus Argan Oil of Morocco Weightless Dry Oil Mist. Weightless Dry Oil Mist. If you need a hair oil and you have straight hair or thin hair, or just you don't want an oil that is too thick, this has been amazing. So I would recommend. I was gonna try to make lid sounds, but because I put that lotion on, I cannot get the lid off. It is too slippery. I figure I would add in some liquid sounds for anyone who likes liquid sounds. And now the last trigger that I have, I actually have two of this item, but they are the same type of thing. These are wooden bloom crafts. Wooden bloom crafts. They are by Rowood Handcraft DIY craft supplies. I don't know. My husband and I picked these out during the family vacation because I love crafts and I don't really buy real flowers because they don't last forever. So we thought that it could be fun to make these flowers. That way we have some flowers in our home, but they won't die after a week or two. This first one is a pink carnation, and I believe that it does come with this little box to hold them in, and it shows on the back. You can buy multiple different kinds and create a bouquet of flowers. This one is 124 pieces. 124 pieces. The other one that we got is the chamomile. And this one has a different bouquet on the back. A different bouquet. So there's many options, but we just got these two. flowers they had. I know they had a sunflower, they had red roses, and I think they had pink roses. I believe they had daisies or just another white flower that kind of looked like this one, but they were larger flowers. It looks like on the back there are maybe like a lavender type of flower, a purple flower, but I did not see that when we were in the store. I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah, there's the lavender and the pink roses, the red roses, the sunflower. This one has the chamomile, the red roses again, and it looks like those are the carnations that we saw in the other bouquet. So I'm very excited to do this craft, but I just loved the sticky tapping or gripping sounds that it makes. So as I finish off this final trigger, I just wanted to thank you all for sticking around and joining the family. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and check out more of my videos and come back in the future to watch more videos. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here and supporting my channel. You can give the video a like if you liked it, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day or night. I hope to see you guys next time.